So it's Mother's Day, March 2015, and we've got some geoengineering going on in Cronulla. We're in Cronulla now, and they've just sprayed, and basically my parents and my brother and his girlfriend all saw it. This is the first time they've probably seen it happening firsthand, and this actual geoengineering was a plane spraying aerosols at the back, but in front of the plane there was a big long black line that was going for hundreds of meters in front of the plane, and it was like pushing its way through the clouds. So I'm not sure what technique they're using this time, but this is basically what it looks like. This is it here, and it's gone right over, and as you can see there's a giant haze coming across the sky here all the way out to the ocean, and that's geoengineering, geochemical engineering. I'm not sure what technique they've used, but as you can see, it's gone right over there across the horizon, and right over. This is Cronulla, straight over Cronulla. So this is geoengineering over Cronulla today, very early morning. Now, as you can see here, this is where it's been sprayed, okay, and the wind's coming this way. So he's come up, he's sprayed it all the way across, okay, and what happens is the wind takes it and it blows. So this is basically towards the beaches, this is towards the city. So that's going to blow over the city, over people's houses, into the water supplies, into our food, into our lungs. And you can see, look at the clouds, how they've changed now. All the actual structure of the cloud is completely different. That's a normal sky here. Okay, you got a little bit of clouds here, there, and everywhere. And then you've got the chemtrail, and then you have this. And that's just everywhere now. Look at the sky, look at the clouds. That's not a normal cloud formation. It's completely artificial. So, and anything artificial is not meant to be in the human body. It's very simple. So, I'm going to take a couple of photos while we're here, just to show you before and after and what these things are doing. And for the people out there who think this is not going on, come on, wake up, seriously. If that's natural and that's normal and that's what comes out of the jet, then hey, but maybe I'm wrong, you know what I mean? But it's 2015 now, it's time for people to wake up, come together and understand there's things going on which shouldn't be going on. And we need to band together as a community and stop this. We're human beings, we're not meant to be ingesting chemicals. We're meant to be eating organic food. We're not meant to be eating genetically modified food. We're not meant to be drinking fluoride, okay? We're not meant to have all these things. We've been made perfectly. Let's stop trying to change that. Let's get back to one. Let's get back to ourselves. Hi guys, and welcome back. It's the 16th of April and we're in Oatley, and we've had a giant chemtrail being sprayed across the horizon, all the way from, say, I reckon Rockdale, across Oatley, up, down, and it probably ends out towards Campbelltown, I'd say. So I'm going to show you how big it is. This is a big mama. Alright, so it starts there, all the way through the sky. Oops, I missed a bit, sorry. There we go. Down. Alright, and what I'm going to do, we're going to keep an eye on these clouds here, because this spray has gone directly through those clouds. So what that means is, there it is there, that these clouds will be affected by the geoengineering within the next hour. And what they do, they use the HAARP weapon, which is a weaponized form of low frequency device.
and they'll use that in conjunction with the geoengineering to manipulate the weather. So what we'll do, we'll keep an eye on these clouds for the next 40 minutes, and then I'll take another video and I'm going to show you the difference in the cloud formations, and then we'll go into exactly what's inside these chemtrails and what they're doing to the health of human beings and flora and fauna, because these are going into the water, they're going into the animals and into the food that we're eating. So there's nothing positive about this process they're doing at the moment. There's no testing on it, and they're still pretending it's not going on. So yeah, we really need to start taking note of this and looking up in the skies, because it seems to be happening all over the cities now. Okay, and if you're going to be doing something like geoengineering, you're not going to do it over major city centres where it's going to land on the people. You might do it out in the ocean, or you're going to do it out in the desert or somewhere, but you're not going to do it over the main city centres. Which is what they're doing. They're running straight across the coastline, but then it's blowing back in. Okay, it's landing on the ground and landing on the people and in everything. So these nanoparticles are inside all of us now. They're actually in everyone. The people who have done the testing, they've found in hair, in food, in water, these nanoparticles are absolutely everywhere, and they are in everything. So there's only a few ways to get rid of them, and I'm going to do a post on this soon, and I'm going to explain to you just how we get rid of these nanoparticles and what we can do to protect ourselves and our family from these things. So I was just with a friend recently, and he has a camera on his phone, and what it is, it's called flight radar. And you can point your camera at any direction. It tells you every single plane in the sky. It tells you where it's going, how high they are, how many passengers, what company it is, how big the plane is. Okay, and these geoengineering planes, they come up with no tail wing, which means it's a government plane, which means that it's a black operation because they're hidden. Because every single plane is on this program, every single plane on the face of the planet right now in real time. So we took a photo and a screenshot just to show you also these planes are hidden. So guys, welcome back. We're here at Bondi, North Bondi, and just come up for a coffee, and lo and behold, we've got some geochemical engineering going on over North Bondi. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the spray. There's some of it, and now if you look, the clouds are already in their really streaky motion. So all these clouds are artificial. There you go, you got more spray right there. Heading down, and the spray actually goes down around, then he makes a right hand turn, he's come across here in the horizon, and he's headed back over the city. So what this is saying is that not only are they spraying out the farms and the properties, because basically at the farms what that is, they're spraying all over the skies, and that's changing the pH level of the soil. Okay, so changing the pH of the soil is going to stop the soil from being nutritious and whatnot for plants to growth. Okay, and it's going to push farmers away from farming organic, and they're going to have to farm using Monsanto's genetically modified aluminium resistant seed. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Nate Max project. Today we're lucky enough to be in sunny Bondi, Sydney, Australia, and lo and behold, we have geoengineering happening here in Australia in Bondi now. So you know, we do have the odd spray over the city and over the inner west, but now we're getting bombarded on the coastline, directly over the houses, directly over the people swimming. And this plane which has gone over, which is about 45 minutes ago now, okay, it flew straight across the coastline, then it darted off to the right, swung around, then came back. And basically what that's done now, all these clouds you can see in front of you, they've turned into long streaky clouds, which is your general outcome from geoengineering. And the reason why these clouds are manipulated so quickly is because what happens is they use a thing called the HAARP weapon. Okay, now they blast the HAARP weapon down at the same time. Whenever geoengineering is done, they also use the HAARP weapon. Okay, and the HAARP weapon is a low frequency device which can manipulate the temperature of the ionosphere, and they shoot it up and they beam it down, and that basically changes the clouds, changes the precipitation and the cloud formations. So that's why when you see these clouds, they're so different to normal clouds. Within 45 minutes of one single spray and the use of this HAARP weapon, okay, the whole entire sky changes. Okay, you can't do that with any sort of normal spraying. So you see those planes in the sky, and they may say have God loves you, or something in the sky. That will only hang around for 15 minutes. Okay, then it dissipates and it goes, and that doesn't change the formation of the whole entire sky. How can you possibly change the whole entire formation of the sky with one spray? Okay, you can't do it. So this is being used in conjunction with the HAARP weapon. And now, knowing that people are getting blasted with this HAARP weapon, this is becoming a real serious problem. And this is happening here in Bondi. I'm in Bondi, sunny Bondi right now. So this is not happening just down the farm, okay, and overseas and all these countries overseas. This is happening right here on our soil. So they've really stepped it up a notch, because not only do people know about geoengineering now, but we also know it's full of aluminium, barium and strontium. Okay, and none of these pathogens, none of these chemicals, none of these compounds are good for the health of human beings. In fact, they're all bad, they're all detrimental to our health, and we're getting sprayed without even our consent over all of our houses, all of our children, into our food, into our water supplies. Now, this is a short video just showing this is happening here in Bondi, okay? And this is going to be happening a lot more. You're going to be seeing this around a lot more. You're going to see long streaks going across the sky, and then within 40 minutes, these things will be around for hours. You're going to see the whole entire cloud formation change, and I'm going to show you right now what the clouds look like. So I'm going to try on this small little handy cam and see if we can get a good shot and get some good footage of this cloud formation as it is. So as you can see out here, it's basically all tapered out, and it looks really windblown, but it actually comes downwards. All the streaks coming down because this weapon's firing down. So all the clouds are streaking down like it's almost raining, I suppose you could say, but there's no rain clouds to be seen. And now all the clouds across the top here, these are all streaky long clouds. And earlier on when I came past here, these clouds were normal. They were fluffy, normal clouds. And now you can see it's all been pushed across this way. And the actual spray, it might be hard to see it, but the actual spray is across here at the top there. And there's a big spray, if you can see my finger, right across the horizon there. Okay, and there were actually clouds over there and formations earlier, and they've actually disappeared, and they've turned into like a smog. There's like a smog covering Sydney now, and this is basically going to blow from the coastline in, because the wind's coming onshore today. So this is going to blow it across, and it's going to blow these chemtrails, these nanoparticles, all across the city. Okay, all across the city, everywhere. So they're targeting us, they're working out which way the wind's blowing, they're spraying it, so it's drifting in and it's going over the people. Okay, if you're really going to stop geoengineering or global warming, which we know global warming's a farce anyway, carbon tax and all the rest of it, if you're really going to do this, you wouldn't do this process over city centres, you wouldn't do it over farms, okay, and you wouldn't do it near water supplies, because you're blasting aluminium into our food, into our people. And we know aluminium is the main cause of Alzheimer's and many neurological diseases. And when you have a build-up of aluminium in your body, you're drinking fluoride every day, which is an activator, okay, you're going to give yourself some sort of a problem. So this is something that really needs to be brought up. It needs to be taken into our parliament, it needs to be taken into our Congress, and you need to start looking up and realise that this is happening all around Australia, all around Sydney. So this is another short documentary from Neil for the Nate Max Project. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye.